So as Robuna blockchain, we are currently in our phase 3. We are about to go into our phase 4 of our mainnet development. We are working on a lot of tools and working with a lot of partners. Conda is a marketer in the DeFi space. He has been around for quite some time. I will let him tell more about that. So Conda, I think you wanted to speak a little bit about marketing, and then you wanted to speak about a specific project that's gonna integrate with Bravona, right?
Yeah. Just a brief intro of myself. Marketing. I started a marketing firm up like 4 years ago in crypto. I was brand new to Telegram. Uh, for within I think it was 7 days within downloading Telegram, I filled my first raise. It was 440 BNB, filled in like 0.3 seconds or something crazy like that. But the dev rugged it. And deleted his account, deleted the group, and I started a group for everybody that invested and got their money back somehow, whether it be with private sales or stealth launches or whatever. Oh God, 1 second, hold on. I think my food's here. All right, worst timing ever. DoorDash came with my food and my dog's going nuts. But I'm back. So anyways, got their money back, kind of built a reputation of being solid in this space, and I haven't had a rug on my hands since then. So been blessed on that behalf, but I've been, very careful with the project I work with. And one of the things is just, getting to know owners and teams and stuff. And then I met Lars like years ago, and just a stand-up guy, and I know he had Roberna going. It was a slow build, and I'm really glad he took the time to really build up Roberna and make sure everything was solid before really going mainnet and start pumping out projects on it. But yeah, so I'm here to talk about GreenFolio and also Robusnipe. They're two separate projects, but they have a very, very big connection, and they also have a very big connection to the Roberna blockchain. GreenFolio is it's an all-in-one kind of DeFi tool. It has a DEX, it has a swap, it has charting system and stuff like that. But one of the core features, which I'm working very closely on with the team, is their exclusive launchpad. It's going to be a launchpad that's high quality, low volume launchpad. It's only going to launch maybe like 2 to 3 solid projects a month. And I will be heavily vetting those projects out. They're going to be all utility based. Maybe in the future, we might do some memes and stuff, but it has to be with teams that are, very well known in the space, very well trusted, and have done some crazy numbers in the past. But right now, honestly, I kind of want to stay away from the memes and just do solid utility plays, projects I could vet out, utilities that me and Lars could vet out and make sure that they're built or they can be built. But yeah, so that's actually, we're doing a sale right now for that. We filled the pre-sale in like the private sale in like 24 hours in DMs only. People are super bullish on it. But one of the key features of the Launchpad is you are going to have to hold enough tokens to be whitelisted to any of the sales that come on it. So like if you have premium access, you could buy any private sale that comes on the Launchpad. And then if all the other tiers, you're able to buy the pre-sale in the order of the tier that you're in. And one of the first projects is going to be Robusnipe, which is going to be, at first glance, it's the fastest universal sniper on the market. But when I say universal, I don't mean you can just, buy, sell, snipe on any chain. But the token for Robusnipe is actually universal. So the token can act as the gas for any transaction you do on the bot. So like if you want to buy a token that's on ETH or BSC or Base, you just use the Robusnipe token as the gas. You could buy and sell, and then you could swap it out for any token. On the blockchain, you can swap your ETH for Bitcoin in a matter of seconds, and it's going to be cheaper than any swap out there or any bridge out there. So I really see that token becoming the universal cryptocurrency. you're going to see influencers being paid in it. You're going to see people sending each other the Robusnipe token because they could pull out anything they want. They could pull out ETH, BNB. They could pull out USDT on any chain. So yeah, it's just some insane projects that are coming off of this launchpad. Robusnipe will also have a ton of other features. Really too many to list. Like there's going to be like an arbitrage feature. There's going to be a OTC deal feature. There's going to be liquidity provision. There's going to be what else? The volumizer bot is going to have a bundle sniping feature for project owners to use. So it's not only for investors and traders, but it's also for project owners. It's just insane. It's going to be insane. So I'm really looking forward to that taking off, and that's going to be live on ETH and Reburn at the same time. So, one thing I can say that this is going to do for the Reburn blockchain is like, Solana. What really helped Solana to take off was the Bonk bot. The Bonk bot made it super easy for people to buy and sell tokens on Solana. And before that, it was a pain in the ass to do it on Radium. It takes forever on Radium. Like you're not going to get the entry you want to get in on. So like these bots really make it easy for people to trade on these chains. And when they have, something quick and easy and painless to buy and sell tokens on the chains, then the more liquidity comes on the chain, and then people start to launch memes and they start to launch utility projects. And I think that's what this bot's gonna do for the Reburn blockchain. Not only giving the Reburn blockchain something super quick to buy and sell, but also this becoming the universal token of crypto. And you're going to have, we're talking to the team to really give incentives for people to have their Robusnipe tokens on Reburn. So I think it's really going to bring a lot of liquidity to the Reburn blockchain. You're going to start to see a bunch of projects popping off, like memes at first, obviously, because all the devs see the liquidity going onto that chain. It's getting hot, it's heating up, and then you see all these meme tokens starting to pop off on there. And then when people start to realize the chain is legit, then you start seeing utility plays popping off on there. So yeah, so with that being said, like, GreenFolio will be a launchpad. So like John, like, if reach out, like I'm sure we can work out a partnership or something. I think, those projects will be looking for staking provision. So, we're going to be multi-chain too. So it's going to be any project on any chain can launch on there. We just got to make sure to vet them out. So pretty much in a nutshell, that's what it is. That's what we're working on. Lars, if you can you post one of the GreenFolio tweets on the Jumbotron here in this spaces, or maybe I could do it so people could check out the link.
If you could do it, that would be amazing. We're also gonna go in after we finish with the spaces. We're gonna go in, share the information with everybody. But please, and this comes from all the speakers, drop your links both to your Twitter accounts and to your Telegram, if you have Telegram, so people can go in and join and follow more. I'm currently sitting with a lot of things here in my hand, so during the meeting I'll be able to share too much myself. But maybe one of my team members, I
just shared it already. I shared one of the tweets. So yeah, just check it out, you guys. It's gonna be a very, very, very high quality project. And then there's tons of buy pressure on the token because GreenFolio, you're gonna have to hold enough tokens to buy projects like Robusnipe. And I do believe, I'm working closely with Robusnipe as well. We're starting to build a tier 1 KOL group. So you're going to see this everywhere. And, top tier KOLs are going to be promoting it and posting it and tweeting it and sharing it. And, I have a very extensive network as well. So this thing is going to be popped out in the space. You're going to see it everywhere. Plus, the tokens utility, the token itself is actually what I feel like is going to be one of the biggest utilities of the project, which is also, that's what you're looking for when you want to invest in something is the token to actually have a very big part in the ecosystem. And this token is the ecosystem. So definitely take a look at that. If you're interested in getting into the GreenFolio sale, it's super private right now. Join the group. You could reach out to me or whatever, but we're looking to get, you know, solid people invested in it, people that see the long, you know, the future of the project, and really people that want to get into projects and private sales and pre-sales of the magnitude of Robusnipe and stuff like that. And then if anybody is listening to this and you feel like your project is worthy enough to be on this launchpad, reach out, because you know, I'm the one vetting them. Me and Lars are vetting them. I have a team as well, so I'm pretty much in charge of the launchpad. So if you guys want to get your project launched on GreenFolio and in the eyes of some really legit investors, then yeah, reach out and I'll have a conversation with you.
So this was a lot of information in very short time. I would like to add some questions. Obviously, this is a Robona Rise program, and the project, the developers, the owners have joined the Robona Rise initiative, which means that my team are helping out a little bit with the development. But let's jump into the GreenFolio, because there was a lot back and forth between GreenFolio and Robusnipe. Obviously, they work close together, but in GreenFolio, this will be the first chart feature supplying in the Robona ecosystem. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, that's another big, you know, like I said, the both of these projects are very intertwined with the Robona blockchain. But yeah, GreenFolio will be the first chart provider for Robona, because you know how long it takes for Dex Tools or Dex Screener to pick up on a new chain. It takes like about a year. You know, I mean, I have ways to kind of get that done faster, but yeah, it takes a while. So, you know, it will be the first charting system for Robona, and it will be pretty much the only one, because I kind of made sure that was an exclusive deal for a little bit there. So yeah, you're gonna see GreenFolio when Robona starts to really take off. GreenFolio is gonna be everywhere.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I know the community is looking very much forward to the chart feature specifically, so they can start to see how the tokens on the blockchain, they move with the prices. And this is going to enable our buybot to go active as well. So this is all very exciting. So to continue on the GreenFolio project, you mentioned a lot about the launchpad. How is this launchpad different from other launchpads? Can any project just launch on the launchpad, and how can investors get into these projects?
Yeah, so the launchpad is different. It's, I mean, it's a launchpad. A launchpad's a launchpad, right? But like, it's just the quality of this launchpad that's going to set it apart. It's not like, you know, these other launchpads like a Pink Cell or a Gempad, where, you know, you just go manually list on them and they launch 20 to 30 to whatever 50 projects a day. This launchpad, you have to reach out to the team. You have to be vetted. You have to have a legit project. It has to be something worthy of the launchpad. And you know, like, we have a wait list of, I think it's at 7 projects now. And they've all been heavily vetted out. They've all been, you know, development has been looked at and tested and stuff like that. So, and the teams have to be solid. It's not a launchpad where we're just going to launch whatever that, you know, whatever comes our way. These are things that, you know, if there's a month where we don't have a launch, then we don't have a launch. But I'm not going to, you know, jeopardize the core values of the launchpad to just get a launch out there. So when you see something go on GreenFolio, it's going to be something you definitely want to take a look at. And, you know, you don't want to wait too long to get access to the launchpad, because it is token gated. So you have to have a certain amount of tokens to buy things on the launchpad. If you're not whitelisted, you're not going to get in. Because one of the problems with other launchpads is anybody could get in. And when anybody can get in, usually it's people that are looking just to, you know, quickly flip stuff, and they're not really looking into the utilities. They're just looking into the launch. Like, when it goes live, they're looking to make a quick profit, and we're trying to stay away from that when it comes to this launchpad. And, you know, everybody that was in the private cell are close connections of mine or heavily vetted by other people. And this, the private sale was done in DMs, filled in 24 hours. And these are people that I know can hold the bag because I've seen it. And I have, over the years, I've been taking notes of people who are good investors and smart investors. And, I don't ever tell anybody to diamond hat and hold forever, but take your initials, let the chart grow. Don't put all your money in at once, like just smart trading. And these are people that I know can trade. And then the private sale filled so fast and had so much demand that we all that was left was the pre-sale. So what I did was we're kind of raising the pre-sale privately now too, and we're already almost halfway through with that. I still have the tier 1 KOL raise coming, so that's going to fill most of the rest of it. So these are people that are going to hold, and they know how to hold, and they know how to also push a project, because most of the people that got into the private sale are influential people in the space, and they will push the project, and they've been talked to already. So that's the difference when it comes to GreenFolio Launchpad and other launchpads. Did you or anybody else have a question?
Yeah, quick question here, Mike Foxy. A lot of great info here, Condo. And I kind of shed a tear when you said you don't want to work with memes for a while, but I think what you're doing is really pretty cool. When do we have a timeline for when GreenFolio is launching on Roberna, when we're going to see the charting?
So GreenFolio, okay, so we are actually going to announce a launch date tomorrow. We have an AMA, we have an ambassadors group. It's almost 500 members big. So these are ambassadors that are going to have, they're going to, okay, so I have to go back a bit. So part of the GreenFolio Launchpad. So I'm a marketing advisor, full incubation marketer. So that means I raise money for projects and I take a commission fee, right? And I'm being presented with several projects that have gigantic raises. Like I'm talking about 5, some of them are small, like 300K, some of them are bigger, like 5 million. And then there's a couple of them that are like 10 million plus. I can take it on by myself, but it's just going to kill me. It literally is going to take up my whole network. I'm going to tap out on my investors. I'm going to hit every resource I have. It's literally going to kill me. I'm going to be working, when I'm in an incubation raise, I work 20 hours a day, 22 hours a day sometimes. And if I'm going to do a $10 million raise, it's just too much work for me. So one of my ideas and what I've been trying to do for a while now, and I'm able to do it now with GreenFolio, is I have an ambassadors group with partners that are also incubators, they're marketers, they're KOLs, they're just connectors in the space. They're just people that know how to raise funds for projects. And what I'm doing is I'm taking, the commission that I usually just take for myself, and I'll spend their budget to do AMAs and posts and promos and tweets. But I'm taking that commission and I'm splitting it up for whoever brings money into the Launchpad. So it actually is a benefit to everybody in the space, like anybody that can really bring in money, because there's channels and Twitter influencers that don't really bring in money. They just post and tweet, and then it doesn't really do anything. So I'm taking all the people that know how to raise the funds, packaging them up together, adding them to the Launchpad, and these people will be helping me to raise these giant raises. We'll get these raises done. Like, it's a lot less work for everybody. Everybody gets paid a full-on commission. The Launchpad will take a tiny percentage. I'll take a tiny percentage for setting everything up. But for the most part, these partners will be getting the full commission on these raises or whatever we negotiate with the projects. So how that helps the projects is, your raise gets filled, and it gets filled with a bunch of different networks, a bunch of different people. You get more promotion out of it, and you get real ROI instead of, I've seen projects waste thousands and thousands of dollars on marketing that doesn't do anything. So this way it really saves them a ton of money. It saves the projects a ton of money. And then it also really pays pays the influencers and the people in this space who are helping to raise the funds, it pays them more than they were going to just get for a call or a post or a tweet or an AMA or whatever. So, yeah, as far as your question, I think I just talked myself out of your question, dude. What was your question again?
Let me just go. Here we go. Yeah, I think you did talk yourself right through my question.
I totally did.
But good info. So it's all really good and interesting. The question was launching on Roberta. Do you have a date?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna say that here. It's very soon though. It is very soon. We're wrapping up the sale. Like I said, we have the tier 1 KOL round that we're gonna fill and get some, just pretty much get their skin in the game. When you have people invested, like I'm a KOL for the Hash AI project, and everybody, all of us invested into that, and we're pushing it, and it just gives, it just keeps them honest. It makes them really work for their bag and stuff. So I'm gonna get them to fill their portion of the raise. It's going on right now, and we're gonna launch very, very soon, and that'll be announced in the ambassadors group, and then it'll be announced on the GreenFolio announcements channel. And if you look at the tweet that was posted up there, you can find the information for that. But it's soon. It's coming very, very soon. And also, as far as the meme thing goes, like I said, if it's a team that I can vet out, if it's a team that's willing to go the extra mile and do all the safety precautions, and then it's something I'm willing to look at. It's just it just has to be a solid investment. That's what we're looking for, solid teams that offer solid investments. So, if you got something worthwhile, worth looking at, I'll have a conversation with you for sure.
Okay, fantastic. Good to hear. Thanks, Conda. And this time you actually did answer the question, so great.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Conda. Yeah, you did give a lot of information there, and I think we have now went very well through with the GreenFolio project. You mentioned that you're also representing another project which is going to integrate a lot with Robusnipe blockchain. So maybe we should speak a little bit about Robusnipe. What is it exactly that's going to make this sniper or this trading tool different from everything else in the market?
I think just the cross-chain functionality, I think just being universal. And, Banana Gun, they're on a couple chains. Maestro's on a couple chains. BonkBot's just Solana. Sigma Bot's just for base and stuff. I mean, imagine the first time somebody presented a Solana token to me, like, hey, you got to buy this token. It's just launched. Like, hurry up and get in. Or I think it was actually ECA. They're like, hey, I got an ECA for you for a Solana project. I was like, oh, shoot. Like, how do I buy Solana? And they're like, oh, just download, get BonkBot, go to your CX or whatever and swap whatever for Solana. And it's just a learning curve for everything, right? So with this being completely universal, all you have to do is hold the token. Everybody's just gonna, when you ask somebody like, how do I buy this or that, they're gonna say, hey, like, just Robusnipe, dude. Like, that's all you need. You just need their token and you need their bot, and you can buy anything, you could sell anything, you could snipe anything. It's the fastest in the market. If you have premium access to it, it's the absolute fastest. It's just going to be the tool for everybody. And once we start to onboard everybody, on every chain, because it's just the fastest, simplest, easiest thing to use, they'll start to use it. And then when they release their extra features, like, liquidity provision and bundle sniping for project owners, and OTC deals, and all these other things, is arbitrage, like, it's just going to take over everything. I really see it making a lot of CEX, things you only can do on a CX, you can start doing that on the Robusnipe bot. So I really see it taking over DeFi users and CeFi users. So I think that's what sets it apart, is that it's just gonna take over. It's just a better bot than everybody else's bot, and it's a Telegram bot, and it's gonna also be a web app too. So you have the best of both worlds there.
See, that's absolutely amazing. And with a project like that connected into the Rabona blockchain, this obviously makes me even more excited. So yeah, this is gonna be a very great protocol. So as far as I understand, it's basically gonna be a trading tool to access any chain. It's gonna at the same time be a bridge, which means that you don't really care where you hold the money, because you just put in and say that you want to withdraw ETH or USDT to either base chain, Ethereum, Binance, whatever blockchain that you want to do, and then click the bottom, and then a few seconds later you have the funds in the wallet that you want. Is that correctly understood?
Yeah, it's going to be the only place where you can swap, BTC for ETH in a matter of seconds and super cheap, so it's going to be used as, that's what I'm saying. I believe the token is its biggest utility. The token, it's just going to be the fastest bridge, cheapest bridge out there.
And do you have any idea how big a project like this could go? Have you looked into the other bots that's out there? How much traction? How much trade volume bots like this in general generate?
Oh, it's insane. Maestro, I think they make like 600K a day or something insane like that, and that's just buying, selling, and sniping on a couple chains. This one's going to be on every single chain. I'm positive everybody's going to use this bot. I would use it if it was available to me right now. And then the token itself, I would use the token every day, because I work with a ton of projects from different chains. Like, I get payments, I send payments. If I can just use one token to send to everybody, and they will use the bot to receive the tokens and to swap the tokens out for whatever they want, the volume on this bot is going to be ridiculous, and also to mention, on top of all that, like, imagine all the volume just from buying, selling, and sniping, plus all these other features. The volume is going to be crazy, and there's revenue share on everything. So if you're holding the Robusnipe token, you get revenue share on sniping, buying, selling, arbitrage, liquidity provision, OTC deals, whatever the bot does, you get commission or revenue from. So it's gonna be used for sure. It's gonna take over.
So I just looked up some numbers just for people to have an understanding. I can see that BunkBot have been doing 226 million in trade volume the last 7 days. Maestro have done 143 million, and Banana Gun have done 202 million. And there is even the fourth on the list have done, it's Troyon, and that has done 255 million. All of this is trade volume through the bots, obviously not fees collected, but this brings us into a billion-dollar market on a weekly basis. So this is something that's extremely interesting. You mentioned a lot of extra features. Do you have something to say? I saw you unmuted yourself.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, imagine that volume, and that you just named bots that are on 4 or 5 chains, and there's how many chains out there, and this bot's going to be on all of them. I mean, imagine that volume on every chain. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. If you don't have revenue share on this one, then you are not investing smartly in this space. That's for sure.
And now you just mentioned something interesting, revenue share. How will that work? So investors will get revenue share from the bot?
Yeah. If you're holding tokens, so what's going to happen is, you have to hold tokens, and then they're going to release NFTs, and you pair, if you have the NFT in the wallet, you have your tokens in, then you're going to start to get revenue share. And the more tokens you have, the more revenue share you get. Also, if you have the NFT and tokens, the more tokens you hold, you'll get discounts on on the fees for the bot. So like for buying, selling, sniping, whatever, you get a higher discount for the more tokens that you have. So there's a lot of benefit to holding the token.
That's absolutely amazing. I'm definitely gonna get my hands in one of those.
Also, hold on,
So you
just
mentioned,
let me follow up on that too. So I talked to the team, and NFTs for me, I but if they don't have a function and they're not valuable, then I don't like them for projects. Like, if a meme token has NFTs and they hold no value, then it's just, what's the point of having an NFT, right? So what's cool about these NFTs is that, I just mentioned that you can get revenue share if you're holding an NFT. You could get discounts on everything if you're holding an NFT. And then you also get early access. So like, as these features start to roll out, only the NFT holders will be able to use them for a little bit before they go public. And then on top of that, they're only going to be releasing 10%. Like, they're only going to be releasing enough NFTs for 10% of the users on the bot. So that means, if a top holder doesn't get their hands on an NFT right away, they're going to be on the marketplace looking to buy one immediately because of all the bonuses you get with an NFT, right? So once these NFTs go out, I'm sure they're going to mint out super quickly, and then they're going to have extreme value right off the bat. Like, people are going to be dying to get their hands on these NFTs. If they're a top holder, they're a big investor, first of all. And then second of all, they're a smart investor and they want that revenue. So they're going to be, trolling the marketplace looking to buy an NFT. So that they're going to be flipping for a lot more than you buy them for sure.
and how many NFTs will be released here for the initial?
It's going to be 10% of the users on the bot. So if there's 1,000 users, then 100 NFTs.
That's very, very exclusive. So only 10% will be able to actually have a premium NFT and be able to access the revenue share and access the other discount benefits. And if I'm not wrong, I looked the pitch deck that they also get access to new features before the public, right?
Yeah. So every time there's a new feature released, and the features are ready to go and stuff. Some of them are not ready yet, but for the most part, a lot of them are ready to go. But as a marketing tactic, and just to start to build the community and build the users, like, they're going to release the features slowly, like not super slowly, but it's going to be released in a fashion where we get to market each of these milestones. You know what I mean? So yeah, they get early access. And I mean, if you see an NFT, even if you're not holding the token, I would definitely snatch one up if their cost is low, because they're going to go for a lot.
And you speak about these features. Obviously, I've had a little sneak peek at the pitch deck, which are not posted for the public yet. But can you speak a little bit more about these upcoming features that's gonna make this much more than just a trading bot and much more than just a regular sniper? I saw something with lending. I saw something with market making. Obviously, this might be, the lending can be for investors, but the market making is definitely a project management tool, right?
Yeah,
can you speak about?
Yeah, that's what sets it apart from the. It's not. I know it's called Robusnipe, but it's not just a sniper. It's not just for buying and selling and tokens and swapping stuff. It's made for everybody in DeFi. It's made for people that aren't even really into buying and selling tokens. Really, like the arbitrage. The arbitrage feature is for people that want to do arbitrage. There's going to have a whole section on it. The web app part of it's going to be heavily, it's going to have a heavily focused section on it. You're limited on the Telegram bot to having sections and stuff like that. But the web app's going to be very in depth. It's going to have a lot of different sections, a lot of different features. You'll be able to do everything on both, but the web app is just going to be a lot easier to manage, But yeah, there's lending support where you can lend your tokens. You can lend your Bitcoin and take some money out, and they'll hold it for you, and you could go buy it back if you want. OTC sales, so like, that's for project owners. They'll be able to offer OTC deals to influencers or whatever they want to do. Liquidity provision, so investors will be able to provide liquidity to projects And one really cool thing about that, this being partnered with the GreenFolio Launchpad, my idea was to have the Robusnipe investors, like the ones that have NFTs probably first. I was going to have them be able to provide the liquidity for projects that are holding their pre-sales on the GreenFolio Launchpad, which would be really cool because, you know, when projects do pre-sales, a big portion of their pre-sale goes to liquidity, and they have to raise like millions of dollars, and like 60-70% of that goes to liquidity. So it would be really cool to have a very safe way for people to provide the liquidity for the projects. And, you know, safe meaning it's safe for the project owners because it's locked into the bot, and then it's safe for the investors because, you know, this liquidity provision it's going to have a ton of safety features, where it'll be able to ensure that they're, you know, the money they're providing for liquidity is locked away. It's safe. And if the team tries to pull anything, they'll get their money out before the team can do anything like that. So imagine having a huge project that was going to raise millions, now is only raising a tiny amount in the pre-sale because the liquidity is being provided by the bot. These raises are going to be super bullish. Like, you're going to see these huge projects only needing to raise, like, you know, 300K, 400K, whatever it takes for development, you know, in the pre-sale or in the private sale. And that's going to be very incentivizing for investors. And then the fact that the investors are vetted and they're whitelisted and they've been proven to hold things, that's just super bullish for the you know, the normies that get in at launch, because it's a legit project. The LP's locked away for sure, and then, you know, you'll have solid people holding the floor, so that you're going to see some real massive charts coming out of GreenFolio for sure. And then, yeah, there's you know, there's a volumizer bot. It just pretty much creates volume like Solana. A lot of people want volume on their charts because, you know, you have dead hours and stuff like that. You just want constant volume. So this bot's going to be able to provide that for projects. It's just everything for everybody. It's for the investors, and it's also for project owners to use. And, you know, when you partner up with a bot like this and you start to use their utilities as a project owner, that means your tokens using it. That means that's marketing for Robusnipe through other tokens as well. So we're really looking to get this thing mainstream, and it's on every chain. So you're gonna see this bot everywhere.
That's absolutely amazing. Like, looking forward a lot to see this project go live. This is something that's gonna make a very, very big difference for the Robona network. Obviously, with everything from these two protocols being integrated into Robona blockchain, this is gonna make a huge utility for the Robona blockchain. So this is absolutely amazing. I think there was one from the community that texted me, Web3 expert, you had a question, didn't you? Or maybe he's not around. Okay. Conda, do you have anything that you would like to say to finalize your presentation before we jump on to the next speaker?
Yeah, just check out the tweet that's posted on the Jumbotron there. Check out GreenFolio and keep an eye out, because the big things are coming from it. So yeah, just keep an eye out. And if you're a project owner, and you want to get launched on Launchpad, or you want to find out how to partner up with us in some way, I mean, there's tools for everybody, you know, within GreenFolio and Robusnipe. So I'm always up for talking to people and passing it on to the team.
Amazing. And just a little side note, as I'm also owner of AboSwap, I know there is currently a campaign on AboSwap to get in and get the whitelist for the sale of Robusnipe. So if you join the AboBot, there is a live campaign currently to get access to this exclusive pre-sale for Robusnipe whenever it comes up. I know it's still a little time ahead, but the first campaign have already went live. So for ArborSwap followers, ArborSwap users can go into the ArborBot, complete the campaign. You will get a free NFT, and you will get a chance to win a whitelist into this pre-sale. Thanks, Conda, a lot for your presentation. This has been absolutely amazing. Next in the line of speakers, oh, Web3 expert, I can see you unmuted yourself.
Yes, yes, I have a question for Conda, please. Okay, my question is about GreenFolio. So, making the launchpad this exclusive only to whitelisted projects, I suppose with this level of traction, it's going to get filled up immediately. So, will there be a chance for expansion in the future, or it's going to remain the circle of these highly whitelisted people?
No, it's gonna stay. It's gonna stay exclusive. I don't want to be. I told the team I have full control of the launchpad and how it runs, and the affiliate program and stuff, and how we're raising the funds. And I feel like I don't want to. I'm not looking for high volume. I've done that game, and I'm tired of it, to be honest. And I just want to work with legit projects and projects that are, that I want to help and help them to succeed. And I also, like, I'm at the point in my career in crypto where I need my investors to succeed. Once you burn an investor a couple of times, like I have helped meme projects launch on PinkCell. I've helped meme projects launch on GemPad and SoulPad and stuff like that. And investor gets burned a couple times, they lose money a couple times, they just stop investing in the stuff you share. And I've shared a couple projects that haven't gone so well, or just how it is with memes, like they've gone well in the beginning, like they pump, but the people didn't get out in time and they lose money. And I'm not in the business of losing people money, and I really want to make sure everybody's winning. So I really want to just start to work with legit projects that are going to make my investors money. We're going to make the projects money. We're going to help them to get started, to take off, and provide a solid floor. And you start to pump out too many projects, and it just goes away from what we're trying to do here. So it's going to stay whitelisted. It's going to stay exclusive. It's going to stay low volume. And then, being that way, I think we're just going to gain better and better projects as it goes along. And then the whitelisted people have, they'll be rewarded higher for holding their bags.
All right, thank you so much. I actually respect that. I think it takes a lot of discipline to do that.
Yeah, thanks for the question.
Perfect. That was amazing. A very good question. And I do agree, making it exclusive will make it different. This is not going to be a new PinkCell platform. This is not about volume. This is about quality. And obviously, there will always be available to get access for projects. I see there is 4 different access levels. So you can be bronze, silver, gold, or premium user of the GreenFolio platform, and you will get whitelisted depending on your status. And if I'm not wrong, the premium will also get access to exclusive private cells and get the earliest entrances. But this is definitely something needed in the space. There is some private launchpad platforms like these out there, and they are performing very, very well. Their charts are always strong. So I definitely think that this is the way forward. Conda, do you have any last words before we kick it forward to the next speaker?
No, I think I spoke enough, to be honest. But yeah, just check us out. If you're interested in the Roberta blockchain, and if you're interested in anything you've heard while I was speaking, check out the channel, Telegram, Twitter, and definitely check out the announcements channel. If you are a KOL, if you're someone that can raise funds in this space, I'm definitely willing to talk to you and work something out. If you're a project owner and you want to try to launch on GreenFolio, there is a little bit of a wait list, but I definitely want to hear you out. And if you're a project that feels like you can partner and bring some value to either the GreenFolio or the Robusnipe ecosystem, then definitely reach out. And yeah, that's about it. And I'm looking forward to hearing the rest of the people speak today.
Thanks a lot for your contribution, Conda.